Hi guys, welcome to the second episode playing Civilization Beyond Earth as General Kozlov was the first cosmonaut to explore RKBO-82, the artificial satellite in the Kuiper belt that was uncovered during the Provenance discovery. The results of the mission sent shockwaves throughout the world. While the Provenance discovery had confirmed evidence of life, it was Kozlov's team that found intact artifacts from presumably intelligent extrasolar life. While much still remained a mystery, it was considered the most significant expedition of the century and would have been impossible without Kozlov's influence. And here we are on another world. Perhaps I will go for a contact victory. We have finished communications, and next research will be probably into something that gives us either orbital units that improve tiles, or orbital networks for the array. Let's go engineering genetics. This will take only 3 turns. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's go for labor, logistics, and start building some more buildings. We've got 4 cities. How about we destroy this Kraken? Would it be possible this turn? No, these ships already shot their shots. Alright, let's build something in Osbach that will be just the 4 from terrain from buildings. What is there? Recycler and trade depot. Let's build an oil relic and take some of the tiles. There is the engineering and level 2 in supremacy. Even though I'm not pushing, easy to get that. And we can upgrade our gunboats finally to cruisers, stronger against sea units. Of course, they will be fighting on the sea, and rangers into gunners, which will be stronger when defending against ranged, especially when defending against cities. That makes them kinda good against both units and cities. Alright, I'm not going to push for a early colonist. However, seeing that we only have 2 workers might be beneficial to produce another. Right, we finished a marine. There's a quest for beating our society. I will need another soldier or marine unit. This one can go to Stanimir. Perhaps I should explore down here. Where did the Kraken go? Did Integer destroy him? I can't find it. It would have been such a great boost towards our science. Stanimir finished the trade depot. This trade convoy would take 14 turns. I will not take that again. Old Earth Relic first. Other sponsors are also going for the aliens. There was an alien nest out there, injured NSA cruiser. And I think the Kraken that was here was shot down in Tigger. She was faster to cruisers than I was. Alright, what to improve first? Definitely the plantation. This will give us food and probably the mine afterwards. Then fiber. Then solve the problem of this resilient. Trade convoy can establish a trade route. Continue with Shackleton. I mean, my cities would benefit greatly from a trade route. Let's continue with Shackleton. Hostile takeover quest to destroy Lalibela. That's close enough, and I think I could do that. That's for Shackleton, right? Why not? All it needs is... I'm not even sure if it needs a melee unit. It might not need it. Just declare rivalry. I will check that. In our capital, let's make ourselves some trade convoys for all of the other cities that have trade available, but for some reasons cannot build the trade convoys fast enough. Krapros is working. All of it's improved to us. Even this one is not improved. How about we use some of the energy and get this oil, petroleum? And I'm still making... No. I misclicked. I'm still making decent diplomatic capital per turn. Let me check. We can get a new personalized trait. I think I don't need any of the increasing yields. Now, even though science would be definitely good. Go for the space faring one. This pairs well with the intention of going towards orbital units, which will be more useful when they last 20 or 30% longer, like space faring back to the space and calling upon the cosmonaut legacy. How about we attack Lalibela? Yes. And even though the cruiser is not made to attack in melee, it did. It was damaged. So we'll take out Lalibela this way. I'm all in for going to the orbital networks. We can get the lasercom satellite basically for free because we have so much petroleum, and then climate control, geoscaping, or even civil support. This one is very interesting. Let's take down the Manticore. Not really. How about Lalibela? I will have to move to this tile. Can't. No, we can shoot it, but we cannot. In the end, I will have to build a naval melee unit, or this Slavic Marine might just be able to do that. Good to know. I've learned something. This Marine will be stronger and will take down the Manticore for 22 science. Every little bit helps. Here, more trade convoys or a cutter. Let's build more trade convoys. That cutter can wait. Do a little bit of exploration. Now these cruisers are much faster than before. Alright, there is also Hunter Moon, who is aspirational, going to orbital. Alright, very well. Which one is he? He's down there. Not far enough. And the work starts on a petroleum well. We'll get additional 2 points of petroleum. Doesn't look like much, but it's decent. And we don't need a lot. Anyway, trade convoy will probably... Going to Deep Castle would make sense, but he will gain as much as we do. Is it worth? No. Let's go to the capital. I have a feeling that Hunter Moon will like me because of the orbital coverage. Another quest from Station Shackleton. This time it didn't pick the same station. It picked Farbase 1 for a... Farbase 1 is right next here. Finally, it's not bugged that completing one of these quests will cancel out the other. And there's something we can build. A Tynimir, that's a recycler. I might build the Vivarium. The pastry food is definitely worth it. Yeah, let's go for that. I'll also quest fresh specimens. That is also coming probably from Shackleton. And Hrabost will produce the final trade convoy. No, Stellar Codex has been already built. Do I have... No, I didn't pick ballistics. It looks like... Well, I would say he took it because of his focus on the orbital coverage, and increasing orbital coverage by 8 is really nice. Though I think we might be able to do the same with simple observatories, or even more. Marine and more production for Uzbek. Final trade convoy. This one will go to Serik. Capital is free to build some cutter. It's still 6 turns. It might be a bit less once this trade convoy arrives. But 1 additional production is not a lot. I've got enough diplomatic capital to upgrade trade. I don't need Cosmonaut Legacy. I don't need space to upgrade spacefaring. Let's add a political one. We've got some agreements already signed. Can get science for that. Or I could also go aspirational. City orbital coverage increased by 1 point. I think there is better use for the trade than this. I can build an array in every city and do the same and get more use of it because array produces science. I don't need discipline. Let's go for insightful. Get more science per active agreement. Counts only the agreements that we have. So these 3, and means we get for 12 additional science from diplomacy. It caps out at 20 at start and I believe 60 later. It's not very useful late in the game. Sure, it doesn't scale that much. And the final trade convoy also too. Hrabost, this one will yield also a decent amount of food. Okay, the Marine has healed. It's ready to go back into battle. Oh my god, alright. How about we fight this Scarab? There's a Kraken that's back at work. Let's see if we can take it down slowly, quickly. It will be much quicker because we have cruisers this time. See, Uzbek is growing in 1 turn. Let's go and prepare the worker in that place. Quest failed. Growth potential. Alright, this trade station has disappeared because it was not contacted for like 40 turns or so. And we get another virtue. This will be not central planning, but commoditization and energy. Here we go. Also standardized architecture from this free virtue. There is a lot of aliens and we might just be able to harvest them for science. And yeah, let's make a plantation on the fruit. Try to fire down the Kraken so that it doesn't take out our trade or even our worker. This one is finished. Let's move away on over to Seri. I should probably purchase some tiles for it. Let's take this one and this one. And one of my cruisers was destroyed. It's not a good thing then to go try your luck against the Kraken. Alright then, how about a quick marine in the capital and building up Stanimir. Let's build a vivarium. When improving tiles, or you can choose between plantation on fiber and fruit. I think the food from fruit is much more worth than the production from fiber, and there is a mine to be produced on minerals. This one is really good. Improvement on a water tile. This marine, this one can heal, stay and heal. The alien drone is considerably strong, but unit will be fortified and will heal at the same turn. The alien raptor bug is a bit stronger though. I will need also a laboratory here. Take our ships and go finish the job at Lalibela. I might be thinking about settling down here, so it's beneficial to destroy the trade station for me. But finish the vivarium, which means it will grow nicely and rapidly. How about we build a clinic? And I just want to meet this competitor. My guess is Cavitan Protectorate. A Raptor bug attacked Marine. Okay, the Marine is low. And it's Elodie. Elodie is slightly above us in score. Unfortunately, there are two civilizations that are much more powerful than what we have. Alright, the Marine is a little bit too low. However, I will keep it there because moving over to Miasma will not give us any benefits. It's possible I will lose it. And we can start stealing science. He's producing submarine, researching robotics, nice. Geophysics. Alright, they're going on side quests then. And the Marine survived the assault. Nice. However, it is also dead. I just can't move it in a safe place. Station too much forward. Let's keep it healing then. And because this worker is a little bit in danger, there's the alien raptor bug that can see it. Let's move the works over to this plantation. And Lalibela has healed back to full, but we can take it down. I will not risk this. Let's take it down next turn. The Marine was destroyed and we finished the Beating Heart Society quest. All those relics speed up military unit production by 5%. Not much, but the affinity towards purity is nice. We get stronger against aliens and destroyed 50% trade yield from Shackleton from 20 turns. Let's keep that alive, and we get 40 energy and 40 science from destroying settlement. And there is also derelict settlement, which means our explorer, if we have one, can go and give us additional 30 science. This one will go north. I will definitely settle it over there. Yeah, let's produce a colonist. I'm not going to buy it because it will take only 3 turns. I will have some better use for my energy. That will go into a laboratory in Osberg. We get quest blood bank for the clinic, and of course I'm taking additional health. Danimir will also build a clinic that only takes 3 turns. That's really quick. There's a siege worm, there's a kraken. All of these big alien units are showing up. Quite the time for that. Remember, later in the game they are not even able to spawn. So all you've got spawn between, I believe, 30 and 150 turns or so. You cannot be attacked by a big, huge siege worm early in the game. We would probably also need to dry dock. Can we purchase it? No, definitely not. 490. That would be in 3 turns. How about we produce something else in the meantime? And that something might be a health building. Yeah, farm lab. There's another siege worm. I fear the worker is lost. That's what you get for exploring with civilian units. Trade convoy is a little bit in danger, but was trading with Shackleton. Let's keep it out for a turn. See where the siege worms move. Yep, the worker was eaten by a alien siege worm. Siege worm, I believe, does not move more than one tile per turn, so this colonist should be safe. And I think I should build a network in the capital. Cleaning is much more work. Trade unit destroyed. City connection broken. Alright, because its trade convoy was destroyed. I did a mistake and I didn't build enough army. Or I focused on the wrong type of army. In that case, Uzbek doesn't need to build anything and should definitely go towards social development. It doesn't have much production, but to one additional point of culture is definitely worth it. And the trade convoy cannot leave right now. Now could be the time to go towards Shackleton. We get additional decent yields and we'll see if it survives. Also a laboratory in Stanimir. How about we destroy the Kraken with a cutter? I want to attack anyway, and there we go, 68 science. That could have waited for a turn, but the cruiser was also in danger. And I'll move this colonist to the north. 1, 2, 3. I will be able to settle in here for a isthmus city that will be for passing ships around. Also for the petroleum and, well, decent enough tiles. It's all tundra, not great, but the coast is fine. Qatar was very brave. Let's upgrade it and heal it. How about we build some military? Few gunners would take down the worm very effectively. And I forgot about my diplomatic capital. We are making 48 per turn, and I think getting additional science. This is essentially double the science we get for an agreement, and then we get additional, well, triple the value, but from here on it's just a half increase, and we should definitely fill out our agreement slots with something useful, like neo-patriotism. Would go for Lena Ebner and the culture and science from strategic resources, which is honestly nice, but also a bit expensive, and I think next turn would be the time to do that. Or I could go straight away and take conservation areas if she gives it to me, or national parks. No, and she doesn't fear me. Nobody fears me because I have the least military, obviously. So probably that's why they don't give it to me. How about neo-patriotism then? Alright, that could go. And since I'm researching a lot of branch technologies, I could go for National Science Foundation, but no. Alright, that's enough. I get 32 science from diplomacy, which is about 40% of my science, and it didn't cost me a lot. I can't believe it's working so nicely. And we get orbital networks in no time. There's another Kraken. I have no fear that it will not attack a city on the coast. Konechno was founded, or it will be founded soon. That's the end station in the north. I will not push any further. Let's renew the trade convoy. No, let's make it to... Well, that can be tricky and difficult. Let's go to Serik. It will gain more production. And I should probably purchase a trade convoy in here in Hrabros to reap all the benefits from Shackleton. Now, Serik is a city. Ah, right. I should have purchased Drydock. Doesn't matter. I can probably build the Drydock, and all of these empty tiles around Stanimir will be filled with arrays. Will be a pretty nice science hub, even though it doesn't get any science from other improvements, other yields. There's a quest: return to center for purity. We already built the Altar's relic buildings. Now we have to launch an orbital unit. Fine. Orbital networks means we can currently build a laser com satellite, which is coming very, very early compared to other civilizations. And I think I will do it, even though the plus 15% one city is not very impactful. In our next research, I should probably be pushing towards climate control. But honestly, I think biochemistry is definitely worth it. We might use Xenosiren, have some use for it to attract alien units over there, and we'll harvest them. But the water refinery and perhaps the petrochemical plants are nice. I'm not getting any boosts for science anytime soon, so filling out this is fine. And then we go terraforming with climate control. And I should probably start. Stanimir could build a repair facility and then get some units like gunners around here. And I said I will purchase a trade convoy over here, but this city is besieged anyway. All right, then let's start constructing an array over here. And no, the trade convoy cannot run. I think this episode is a little bit slower paced. I am battling my way up. Let's take this gunner back and use the cruiser. The siege worm is coming down nicely. Oh, Hansemon declared war. No, Duncan declared war on him, so I believe this is the first war. And they are starting it already. There's a Makara. I don't think a marine can face a Makara. Can lure it back to the city. Quest for Pharma Lab will give us either one health or one science. Both of these choices are valid, but I will go for this health this time. There's biochemistry. We can start building water refineries. The diplomatic capital will give me upgrade in insightful trade, 12 science for each active agreement initiated by us, which is 4. How about some potential weak one, like military convoys? Elodie granted me that. Really nice. We get 60 science from diplomacy. Now that is something. We are boosting the way through the science tree very, very nicely. I didn't expect it to be this fast. Virtue will give us profiteering. Yeah, investment is just not worth it. Alternative markets are, not right now because there are siege worms in our trade routes. Alright, flee, you stay, and this gunner can become stronger and fire it down. Maybe 1, maybe 2 turns until the siege worm is done. And it has 77 strength, that's 77 science. Even though this is not as impressive right now, because we have 60 from diplomacy, it's a lot. It's still almost a turn. Alright, there are a lot of aliens. Perhaps I should build some military, some navy, so that our partners respect us. And yes, the siege worm is in range. We get 65 science, 55 culture from the quest, plus some for killing the unit. And Stanimir finished the repair facility. Let's start gunners. Sarik finished the dry dock. That means we also could cruisers, cutters, submarines. Submarine. This cutter has to flee. Can be disciplined. Can get the disciplined veteran and will survive for little bit of time. I also need some explorers. How about I purchase one and these trade convoys can start. You go to Shackleton now that it's safe, and this one will go to Sarik because it will gain 7 food per turn. Uzbek is growing nicely, and yep, all of the other cities are profiting from this trade. There is Hutama. Yes, he is usually the powerful one because the AI can use his ability very well. And there is another player that is even stronger than him. That's surprising to me. Alright, we got the Marvel quest. Explore alien cities. When we met Hutama, he is over there. Where's the last one? Hutama. Here, on the very other side of the planet, but we can see that it is going for some affinity already, and I think that's harmony buildings. They're blue, they are curved, and they're not sharp as supremacy buildings. I think, yeah, let's try and be adventurous and go to Umaykane for Sarik to grow. There might be aliens over there. Well, it's probably lost trade route, but the sum of the food is probably worth it. Much more war, ended agreements, have an established network quest in Gyeongsang, right in the capital of spying. Quest for dry docks, we will get 10% production for naval units. That's definitely worth it if I'm building any naval units. Gunner and launch the lasercom satellite probably over the capital. This will not benefit any other cities. There's no chance that the cities move this close next to each other. How about launching it over here? We get the quest return to sender finished. We get 20 production in all cities immediately, some culture. And we are going towards purity a bit. Right, we finished the victory requirement. Let's go for Promised Land or Emancipation. Don't have to decide on the victory condition of this game yet. You can tell me what I should push into. Tell me your opinion and maybe I will listen to it. Maybe I will choose based on the gameplay here. But there are some coming in question. Of course, not the Harmony victory. Now there's the first one. We get 201 research. Good thing that we are researching terraforming. And there's the first of the alien cities that we never saw on this planet. Alright, this looks like a great city spot. There is a lot of petroleum nearby. This gunner can safely gun down the Kraken. However, the cruiser cannot. Let me not forget about this explorer. Now we'll reassign this one. There is interesting. Let's go to Gyeongsang because we have a quest there. However, I have one unused covered ops agent. Can go to Deep Castle. Well, I shouldn't have switched them, but doesn't matter. Failed to steal any science. There's terraforming for the flowstone quarries, mainly for the flowstone quarries. And first of the Tide Hunters takes to the seas. Right now, quite cheap. Still quite cheap to build. And there are aliens to take out. It looks like the Kraken healed for something. Let's explore the alien city. There's the Marvel Quest, Hearts and Sand. And there are 6 other alien cities. Perhaps one time we will discover all of them. And as you can see, we have surpassed Hanchamun. So slowly climbing in score is a way to go. Quite a lot of research towards climate control. And I think this episode could go until we get the weather controls. And however, Krabus needs a water refinery. There are enough gunners, I think, for the time being. Faraday jar is gone. Well, I don't think the Nation Cooperative is in the game because all of the wonders would have gone much faster. Try to go for a... Let's increase the duration of our orbital units and we will need some units. How about more gunners? However, Uzbek does not build that fast enough. Let's build a worker real quick. Konechno will be founded next turn. Expedition completed. We get affinity towards purity. Now I get level 4. That's from this alien remains that we have unfortunately created over there. And Konechno was founded. Can gun down this Kraken one by one. This cruiser was damaged, but the Makara is down and we get 40 science. However, Konechno has nothing good to build. Let's get trade depot and purchase. How about we purchase recycler? We get to upgrade missile rovers into artilleries. But honestly, these are only good against cities because they are slow. They have to be set up, and melee units really wreck artillery really fast if they get any close, and the range is not really big. And perhaps I've moved with the gunners slightly too far. No, not yet. Let's bombard the Skara. More war on Hanjamun. Nice, it's all going nicely. They will exhaust it themselves. And we have surpassed Elodie in score, which is surprising, but also very nice for me. Zarek finished the Tide Hunter. Let's build a water refinery. Agent in Deep Castle will go and steal science. Let's take down this alien nest village. Get some artifacts. Let me check. We've got 3 artifacts and 60 science. Maybe one turn too late. Maybe not. We can purchase the recycler. War with Hanjamun. Alright, they are really angry at each other. We get a virtue that will get us 10% additional energy in every city. And I think interdependence networks is much better than alternative markets right now, because we have only one trade route to Shackleton. Qatar is fully healed. Let's go north. And the Tide Hunters move at half the speed of other naval units. We finished quest for specimens. We get culture and science. Very nice. And the episode will therefore end much quicker, because we are getting not just the end of turn science, but also quite a lot of science from other sources, from actions on our turn. Obviously, I'm going again towards supremacy and purity hybrid. That can change later. Thank you all for watching this far. I will end the episode here. We didn't expand any bit, but we have purchased or built some more advanced military and secured our position in here. Also, I'm jumping up real nicely in score, and soon I will be on the level of Lena Ebner, Hutama, and one unknown player. See you in the next one. Bye.